Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here, and welcome to a very quick video. Going to be talking about the future of the Fire Emblem playthrough. As you guys may or may not know, on Friday of last week I finished up the Eliwood Mode playthrough. I had a lot of fun going through this. It was a lot of fun playing one of my all-time favorite games, as you guys know. And, you know, I always enjoy playing Fire Emblem, so it was a good run, it was a good ride, and I enjoyed being able to complete one of my favorite games for you guys. However, with that being said, the playthrough is not over, because in addition to Eliwood Mode, there is Hector Mode. Hector Mode is basically a complete new playthrough of Fire Emblem 7. It still takes you through many of the same plot points and the same story of, you know, following Eliwood to find his father and then to save the world from Nurgle, all that jazz. But there are some added Hector storylines that kind of get added throughout the game. And there's actually some new chapters and some new maps as well. And in addition to that, there's also some new cutscenes. And even on the old maps that are in Eliwood's mode, there are some maps that, you know, have some changes in regards to the enemies you have to fight, in regards to the reinforcements that'll appear, different enemy patterns as well, just things of that nature. So even though it is essentially the same story, it does feel like a completely different playthrough. And because of that, I feel like because this is one of my all-time favorite games, this is something I do want to showcase to you guys. Now, here's the thing. I've been playing this playthrough since April, and it is now September. This has been a 5-month playthrough in the works already. And if you want to count Hector Mode into the equation, I'm only probably about halfway done. Now, hold on. Before you guys freak out and think, oh my god, another 5 months of this project, well, first of all, a few things. First off, I'm not going to be starting this right away. Because, you know, burnout is a thing. Not just for me playing the game, but also for you guys watching. I know Fire Emblem is not one of the most entertaining things to watch on my channel. Maybe it is for some people, but it's not for all people, so I got to keep that into consideration. So it can't just be Fire Emblem all the time, as cool as that would be to some people, because there's other games I want to play as well. There's other projects I want to get to as well. So yeah, I'm not going to be starting on this immediately. If I had to give an exact start date, I can't, but I will promise you guys it'll be at least 2 weeks until I start the Hector Mode, and it won't be any longer than 2 months if I start it. So it's going to be anywhere in between the 2 week to 2 month time frame. Sometime during those 6 or 7 weeks, I'll start the Fire Emblem playthrough again and start working on Hector Mode. I just want a little bit of a break to kind of get my thoughts together, get working on some of the other playthroughs I've been working on and some of the other playthroughs I want to start. But once I kind of get those kind of taken care of, I will start back on Fire Emblem. So just kind of stay with me. I'll have an announcement when I am going to be returning, and I'll have basically an upload schedule kind of dedicated for just Fire Emblem. So I'll talk about that more when it gets closer to the restart time, but that's basically it. Now, the second thing I want to mention, and this is going to have more to do with the length of the playthrough, because I don't want to be working on this game for 5 more months. So because of that, I'm going to be handling things a bit differently for the Hector Mode playthrough. Whenever it comes to like any new content, new cutscenes, new maps, new battles, maybe even a few new characters that might come along, when it comes to that, I will showcase that content in full. I'm going to make sure that I don't get rid of anything that we haven't seen in Eliwood's mode, and, you know, kind of keep it, you know, new and fresh for Hector's mode. So if there is something new, it will be shown in this new playthrough. With that being said, though, when it comes to like old content, whether it's like, you know, the old maps we've done, the old battles we've done, and, you know, stuff that was in Eliwood's mode already, it'll be more condensed than it was in the Eliwood mode playthrough. So basically, if there's a map that was in Eliwood's mode, I'll maybe spend a couple of minutes talking about like how the map is different in Hector's mode, some of the things you can expect, some of the unique features to Hector's mode, and maybe talk about like my personal run through the map on that playthrough, but I'm not going to be like showing off every single move I did or anything of that nature. So when it comes to like all the old chapters, they'll be condensed to a pretty large degree, and that's just the way it's going to be. If there's something interesting that happens or something that unique that happens, of course I'll highlight it, I'll show it off, and make sure that that gets shown. But aside from that, I'm going to be focusing mostly on the new content. So that should definitely decrease the amount of time needed for Hector mode, because I'll be doing a lot of condensing and stuff of that nature. This way I could maybe get through like maybe even 2 or even 3 maps in one video, and then, you know, save one whole video for a new chapter or something like that. That's kind of my school of thought when it comes to this condensed playthrough. Also, lens mode, not going to be shown at all because, well, why would I need to show it? Because we've already seen the whole thing. It's not going to be any different from the first time I went through it, so there's not really a need to show it again. So that's like 10 or 11 less chapters right there, so that's going to make that a little bit faster as well. But still, like, I mean, the lens mode playthrough and the regular playthrough is only about 1/6 of the game. So I want to say that maybe Hector mode might be, I don't want to say like half the length of Eliwood mode, but, you know, maybe like, you know, 2/5, 3/5 of Eliwood mode. It's hard to really say. It's not going to be as long as Eliwood mode. Even though it is a longer game mode, there is a lot of stuff that's going to be easily condensed, and, you know, that's pretty much just the way it's going to work. But yeah, that's basically what I've kind of decided for the future of Fire Emblem, so it's not going to start right away. Just give me like a few weeks to kind of get my thoughts together. I'm probably also going to be doing a lot of recording beforehand, so because of that, there might actually be a lot of post-commentary episodes, but I feel like that would just make sense for this type of playthrough, especially with all the condensing I'm going to do. Maybe I'll do like live commentary for all the new chapters and stuff of that nature. I mean, I'll have to when I'm reading like the dialogue and everything, but you know, for all the stuff we've already seen before, it'll be heavily condensed and it will be post-commentary. So with that, hopefully this second playthrough is not going to be as long, and hopefully I'll be able to finish this project before the end of the year, because yeah, this is turning out to be one of the longest playthroughs and one of the longest projects I've ever done. You know, maybe not necessarily in terms of videos or number of videos, but it's still a lot of content I'm covering, and it's a lot of work, essentially playing through a really long game twice. So that's just, you know, those are the breaks. But like I said before, this is one of my all-time favorite games. It's something I really wanted to showcase for you guys, and I want to give it the full treatment because that really means a lot to me, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that's going to be my plan of attack. So I will see you guys in a few weeks when I am ready for the Fire Emblem playthrough. Thank you for bearing with me through this entire experience, because, you know, it's been a very huge undertaking. I'm not going to lie. It's been a very huge undertaking, but it's been a very fun undertaking as well, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Again, more details to come, and I will see you guys later. Later, folks.